All right, on today's video, we're gonna be swapping out the inner and outer tie rods on 96 through 2000 Honda Civic. It is the same for 92 to 2000. But here are our new parts and our new boots since the old ones are busted. And these do have the locks on them. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna jack up the car, take off the wheel, and then I'll show you what the tie rods look like. Also, for removing the tie rods, you will need your extension and ratchet. You will need this right here. You can't do it with a wrench, but people sometimes have problems. With this tool right here, you can remove it all in one piece. That way you can measure and put together your tie rods outside the car and get them the same length as what's in there if your car already rode straight. And then of course you'll need 17 millimeter. You'll need a 14 for this right here, and then a hammer and a pickle fork to go ahead and pop your outer tie rods out. So here is what our inner and outer tie rods look like. As you can see, boots are busted on the outer and boots are busted on the inners, and I've taken this off before. There's also a lot of movement. We'll show you what that looks like. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the cotter pin and the castle nut on this tie rod, and we're gonna leave it all together. We're not gonna break this apart because, like I said, we're gonna line them up, and then that's how we're gonna make sure our alignment is pretty much good to go. All right, so the nut is off. Now we're gonna use this pickle fork. We're gonna tap it in with a hammer, and we're gonna pop this out. All right, so here is how loose the inner tie rod is. And there's our tool to remove the tie rod attached. From here, we're just gonna put the 3/8 extension in, and we're gonna go ahead and crank it off. All right, so here is the old one out. Here's our new setup. And like I said, we went ahead and we just lined everything up to with how it's gonna sit. It's edge to edge, so it should be good to go when we put it in until we get alignment. All right, so after you have it all measured, you can put it back in as one piece. Important thing is, before you measure, make sure you put your boot on, otherwise you're not gonna be able to get it on. And pre-grease the joint if it comes with it. It may have grease already on it, or it may come with a little bag that you need to add some to it. I had to add some to mine, and then I slid the boot over and zip tied it on. After that, go ahead and torque everything down. Don't forget to use your cotter pin as a safety. And like I said, when you're putting it back on, you will use this tool or a wrench, whichever one you have. Just make sure you have that locking cap on the end. Let me grab it real fast. Like here's the old one. This is the safety mechanism in case it decides to come loose. This essentially locks it in. So after that, you should have a nice tight ride when you're driving.